We're here in France with the #1 Canadian at the Olympic Games, #1 Canadian male biathlete, Philippe Leguellec. Tell me a little bit about the Olympics experience for you.
Well, it was totally grand. It was really much more than what I was expecting from the get-go. So, I would give a lot to be able to rewind and really relive the whole thing, because we planned a lot for this event, and it just really went according to plan. So it was great.
Did you meet your expectations during the Olympic Games?
Yeah, like I said, we planned everything from the training season to the World Cup season. Everything was planned so I would be able to have these performances during games, and it's totally what happened. So I was really happy with cracking top 10, and obviously I was hoping for a podium ultimately with the ideal race, but yeah, it just wasn't my time yet. So but still very happy with how it went.
So a personal best of 6th place in the sprint. What are you thinking about for the coming season?
Well, I'm not bashing my head against the wall for podium. I know it's going to happen someday, and I definitely have my fingers crossed. Otherwise, I'm hoping on bettering my ranking in World Cup ranking right now, in the general ranking. And, there's still some stuff to work on, and yeah, ultimately there's a podium. I think that's the next step, and that's what I'm aiming for.
So you spent several weeks training in France. Is that something that's part of the plan that's important to you improving each year?
It definitely is. Normally at this time of year we're heading for the glaciers in Austria, and since it's a new Olympic cycle, we're switching things up. And we get along well with the French team. We speak the same language. Jean gets along well with the other coaches, and there's just a lot to learn from these guys, because they're all medalists from the Olympics, and the level is there. And if I want to be able to attain that podium level, there's still stuff to learn, and these guys I think they're key to it.
So tell me a little bit about Canadian biathletes. Are the men getting a little bit better now?
Definitely, we actually have a really good level in Canada, in the senior level. We have 10 guys that are actually pretty competitive, and just for the Olympics, I was the only guy there, but we were actually 5 guys qualified for the event. So it just goes to show that we actually do have a little bit of depth, although we wouldn't think so. But yeah, the other guys are there, and they're coming up. We got Brendan Green coming up too, so good things are going to happen in the future.
So, would you like to be on the podium maybe at Hanti-Mansisk this year?
Podium for Worlds, I think that would be a little bit steep, although if it happens, hey, great, I'm a taker for sure. But, podium sometime soon. I'm just no pressure. I know it's going to happen. It just has to happen, that's all.
What have you worked on the most this summer?
I always work on everything, seriously. You can always shoot more precisely, faster. Same thing with skis, with ski speed, ski strength. So I'm always trying to better myself in all these aspects. And the only thing is that this level now for a podium, I think it's the margin of error. And you're not allowed any error when you're racing. So it's being very keen with, letting each shot go, and for them to be hits, and being very aggressive in trails and stuff. So I think that's what I've worked on most. It's a lot more psychological than the training, because everyone does about the same amount of training, so it's all about the head.
All right, good luck this season.